Hello everyone and welcome to B-Film Invasion. I'm Kelton, your host, and on this episode we're going to watch one of the most underappreciated films in horror history in my opinion, the movie that began the zombie subgenre of horror 36 years before Night of the Living Dead, White Zombie, released in 1932. It was written by Garnet Weston, produced by Edward Halperin, and directed by his brother Victor Halperin. It stars the lovely Madge Bellamy and the legendary Bela Lugosi, fresh off the success of the 1931 Universal classic, Dracula. This movie is about Madeline and Neil, a young couple from New York who elope to Haiti, but their trip turns a bit sideways when Neil's new employer, a wealthy plantation owner named Beaumont, falls hopelessly in love with Madeline and schemes to dissuade her from marrying Neil. When that fails, he conspires with a sinister voodoo master named Murder Legendre, did I get that right? To fake Madeline's death on her wedding night, steal her body from a crypt, and transform her into the titular zombie. But our lustful Beaumont finds that having Madeline as a mindless slave all to himself to fulfill his every desire isn't everything he hoped it would be. And when he tries to back out of his deal with Legendre and turn Madeline back to her normal self, he learns the hard way that it's never wise to cross a voodoo master. This is really an awesome movie and I have a lot to say about it. But now, without further ado, sit back, grab your popcorn, turn down the lights, and enjoy White Zombie.
Looks like a burial.
In the road? Driver, what is it?
It's a funeral, mademoiselle. They're afraid of the men who steal dead bodies. So they dig the grave in the middle of the road, where people pass all of the time.
Well, that's a cheerful introduction for you to our West Indies.
Do you know where is the house of Monsieur Beaumont? Zombie! Allez vite! Allez!
It's got like hands clutching me.
Why did you drive like that, you fool? We might have been killed.
Worse than that, monsieur. We might have been caught.
Caught? By whom? Those men you spoke to?
They are not men, monsieur. They are dead bodies.
Dead?
Yes, monsieur. Zombies. The living dead. Corpses taken from their graves. Or made to work in sugar mills, fields at night. Look! Here they come!
Look. Look.
Excuse me, please. Have you got a match? Did I frighten you? I'm sorry. I'm ugly enough, I suppose.
No, it wasn't you. Something happened back on the road there. We stopped to speak to some men. Our driver told us they weren't men at all. He said they were corpses. Corpses? Surely you don't believe it, do you?
No. I don't know. Haiti is full of nonsense and superstitions. They're always mixed up with a lot of mysteries that turn your hair gray. I've been a missionary here for, 30 years, and at times I don't know what to think. Come, let's go in the house.
Oh, yes.
Huh?
Come, Dick.
Is Mr. Beaumont in?
You're expected, Dr. Bruner.
Yes, I've been sent for to marry someone. Maybe. Oh, yes, excuse me. How long is it that you know Mr. Beaumont?
Oh, only a few days. Madeline introduced him on the docks in Port-au-Prince.
And you?
I met him on the ship coming from New York. He was very kind during the voyage.
So Madeline and I planned to be married the moment she arrived. But Mr. Beaumont persuaded us to come here. He promised to take me out of the bank at Port-au-Prince and send me to New York as his agent.
Strange. Very strange.
I'll tell Mr. Beaumont you're here.
Yeah.
It's all right, isn't it, Doctor?
Oh, I guess so. You see, I've only met Mr. Beaumont once or twice, but he never struck me like a man that would take the trouble to play fairy godfather to a young couple like you. Unless...
Unless what, sir?
I suppose you'll think I'm a meddling old fool, but... You know, I'd feel a good deal better if you'd clear out of this place after you're married and have nothing more to do with Mr. Bowman.
The young people have arrived, sir, and Dr. Brunner. They're waiting in the reception hall.
Show them to their room and tell them I'm out.
Yes.
No, wait. Perhaps I'd better see them. It might look odd if I didn't.
Very odd, sir. Especially as Dr. Brunner is a trifle skeptical as to your motives, sir.
Never mind my motives. Has that other person sent word yet?
No, sir, not yet.
He's 24 hours late.
I wish you'd keep away from that man, sir. He'll make trouble for you.
You needn't worry about that. I'm not afraid of him.
I'm not easily frightened, sir. You should know that. But what you're planning is dangerous.
Don't you suppose I know that, Silver? You don't seem to realize what this girl means to me. Why, I'd sacrifice anything I have in the world for her. Nothing matters if I can't have her.
I think you like Haiti. Most people that...
Oh, Madeline, I'm delighted to see you. Neil, you're more than welcome. Thank you, sir. Doctor, it was very kind of you to come. I know what a busy man you are.
No, not at all. There's a native family live out here that I've been trying to see for a long time. After this young couple are safely married, I'll leave.
But surely you'll stay for dinner after the ceremony.
No, I must run along.
Well, that's a great pity. We had something very special prepared for this occasion. It was very good of you, Madeline, to humor the whim of a lonely man. There was so little time to prepare. I couldn't do half the things I wanted to for you.
You've done more than enough already, Mr. Beaumont, for a comparison, giving Neil a position in the state.
Neil?
Yes, indeed.
Oh, yes, of course. I'm sure Neil will make a very good agent. But you must be tired after your drive. You'll get some rest. Silver. Silver will show you to your rooms.
This way, please.
Wow, we're not even 15 minutes into this movie and already I'm at a loss of where to start. Right off the bat, the filmmakers set an ethereal mood here and it never lets up for the whole film. It just feels like a dream. Even though this movie is in black and white, our young couple really should have seen some big, bright red flags as soon as the carriage driver started talking about corpses and grave robbery, not to mention all that shady shit going on over at Beaumont's place. The story is set towards the end of the 20-year occupation of Haiti by the United States government following years of socioeconomic instability after the president of Haiti was lynched for executing political prisoners. A beautiful country, Haiti, but sadly one with a tragic history. Of course, one unique aspect of Haitian culture and history is the practice of Voudou, a religion with roots in folk traditions from Western and Central Africa and Roman Catholicism. The screenplay for White Zombie was adapted from a Broadway play simply titled Zombie, which was itself an adaptation of the 1929 novel The Magic Island by William Seabrook. The book was based on a sensationalized account of his visit to Haiti and was one of the first English-language texts to make reference to zombies. The Magic Island received acclaim at the time it was published, but has since been criticized for its, shall we say, less than favorable depiction of Haitians and voodoo practitioners. But whatever Seabrook's intentions may have been, the Halperin brothers certainly deserve credit for their work in producing this film. We'll talk more about voodoo and its depictions in pop culture later, but we're just getting started here. So let us return to White Zombie right after this.
Delighted to see you again, Monsieur Beaumont. Please. Please. I'm sorry that kept you waiting, monsieur. I have been on a journey, seeking men for my mill.
Men?
They work faithfully. They are not worried about long hours. You could make good use of men like mine on your plantation.
No. That's not what I want.
Then perhaps you wish to talk about the young lady who came to your house this evening.
You've seen her? When?
On the road tonight. There was a young man with her.
They're to be married tonight. You've waited too long to do anything.
What do you want me to do?
If she were to disappear for a month,
What do you hope to gain by her disappearance?
everything.
Everything. Do you think she will forget her lover in a month?
Just give me a month. One little month.
Not in a month. Not even a year, monsieur. I have looked into your eyes. She is deep in love. But not with you.
They're to be married within an hour. There must be a way.
There is a way. The cost is heavy.
You give me what I want, and you may ask anything. No. Not that.
Only a pinpoint, Monsieur Beaumont, in a glass of wine, or perhaps a flower. Take it. The time is very brief. You must do your share if I am to help you. Keep it, monsieur. Keep it. You may change your mind. Send me word when you use it.
I'll find another way.
There is no other way.
They are driving away evil spirits. Close it. Close it. Mademoiselle.
I love you, Madeline, more than anything else in this whole world, dear. Heaven or hell lies in this little woman for me. You can raise me up to paradise, or you can blast my world into nothingness. There's time even yet, dear. I can make you the envy of every woman. I'd give my life to make you happy. Oh, listen to me, dear, before it's too late.
Don't. Please.
Don't go into that room. We can be in Port-au-Prince in half an hour. There's a boat sailing at midnight.
You've been so wonderful. Don't spoil everything. Now.
One last gift before I lose you forever.
We are gathered together here in the sight of God and in the face of this company, to join together this man, this woman, in holy matrimony. Say it.
Toast to the bride, to beauty's queen. Gladly, my lord.
Leave but a kiss within the glass. Fair gypsy, lead my fortune. What do you see in the glass?
I see happiness. I see love. Far more than you deserve.
Is that all?
No, I see.
What is it?
I see death.
Madam. Madeline, what's wrong? Madeline, my dear, please.
No. No.
Madeline! Madeline! Can't we do something? Please. Madeline! My wife. My wife.
Man, I don't know about you, but that constant droning of the sugar mill is the soundtrack of my nightmares. That giant zombie and the vulture outside Beaumont's gate live rent-free in the attic of my psyche too. Ugh. So we're finally introduced to Murder Legendre, the voodoo master whom Beaumont taps to help steal Madeleine away from Neil, literally. And what an entrance he makes. Legendre, of course, is played by the late great Bela Lugosi, who rose to stardom during the golden age of Hollywood and became an icon of horror. Even people who have never heard his name know exactly who he is. His portrayal of Dracula, both on stage and on the big screen, still inform the vampire archetype to this day. We could spend hours discussing Lugosi and his legacy because he led such a fascinating life, but we'll just talk a little about his early years and his career leading up to this film. He was born Bela Ferenc Deju Blașco, pretty sure I got that right, in 1882 in the city of Lugoj in what is now Western Romania. When he was 12, he dropped out of school and left home to work various manual labor jobs. He was bitten by the acting bug at age 20 and took the name Lugosi to honor his hometown, did a lot of Shakespeare. He served in World War I from 1914 to 1916 in the infantry of the Austro-Hungarian army and was wounded at the Russian front. After the war, he returned to acting on stage and on screen, but in 1919, after the Hungarian Revolution, he was forced to flee to Germany due to his political activism. The following year, he traveled to New Orleans while working as a crewman aboard a merchant ship, and from there made his way to New York so he could go back to his acting career. In 1927, his life was completely transformed when he was cast as the title role in the Broadway production of Dracula, which then toured the country and was adapted to a screenplay by Universal Pictures. It may surprise you to learn, though, that the film role of Dracula was originally intended for Conrad Veidt, but then went to Lon Chaney, the famous Man of a Thousand Faces, as the head of Universal didn't think that Bela Lugosi could carry a sound picture due to his thick Hungarian accent. Go figure. But the untimely death of Chaney in 1930 forced the studio to recast, and the rest, as they say, is history. After this break, we'll return to White Zombie. Stay tuned.
Zombies? Yes. They are my servants. Did you think we could do it alone? In their lifetime, they were my enemies. Although the witch doctor, once my master, secrets I tortured out of him. Bangelder, the swine, swollen with riches. He fought against my spells until the last. Him, yes, I have troubled tight. His Excellency Richard, once Minister of the Interior. Garcia, Brigand Chief. Marquis, Captain of Gendarmerie. And this is Chauvin.
high executioner, who almost executed me. I took them, just as we will take this one. But what if they regain their souls? They will tear me to pieces. And that, my friend, shall never be.
Madeline.
Madeline!
There's two explanations that strike me. Either the body was stolen by members of a death cult that use human bones in their ceremonies, or else...
Or else what?
she's not dead.
Not dead? Are you mad? I saw her die. The doctor signed a certificate. I saw them bury her.
Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm not mad. But I've lived in these islands for a good many years. And I've seen things with my eyes that made me think I was crazy. There's superstitions in Haiti that the natives brought here from Africa. Some of them can be traced back as far as ancient Egypt. And beyond that yet, in the countries that was old when Egypt was young.
Yes, but what has that to do with Madeline? I kissed her as she lay there in the coffin. And her lips were cold.
Let me explain. Now, just a minute. I'll explain. Wherever there is a superstition, you will find there is also a practice. Now, do you remember what your driver told you the night he took you to Beaumont's house?
Oh, about those horrible creatures we saw.
Yeah.
He said they were corpses, taken from their graves.
That's it. Now, wait. Now, that's the superstition. Now for the practice. The ghouls that steal the dead corpses from the graves are supposed to put him there in the first place.
Do you mean that Madeline was murdered so that somebody could steal her dead body?
Ah,
Nonsense.
No. Not her body, yes, but not her dead body. That's what it is.
Well, surely you don't think she's alive in the hands of natives? Oh, no, better dead than that.
Excuse me, please. Have you got a match? Thank you.
You don't believe that, do you?
Say, there's been lots of people that's been pronounced dead that came alive again and lived for years. Now, if nature can play pranks like that, why isn't it possible to play pranks with nature?
Oh, I don't know.
Your driver believed he saw dead men walking. He didn't. What he saw was men alive in everything but this and this.
Oh, the whole thing has me confused. I just can't understand it.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I've been trying for years to get to the bottom of this thing. To separate what you call fact from fiction. The law of Haiti acknowledges the possibility of being buried alive. Here it is in the penal code. I'll read it for you. It's in French. Do you speak French?
No.
Excuse me, please. Have you got a match?
Right here. Here's one.
Oh, thank you. I didn't see it. I'll translate it for you, if you should fit it. Article 149. The use of drugs or other practices which produce lethargic coma or lifeless sleep shall be considered attempted murder.
Yes.
Attempted.
Yes, I see.
Yeah, all right. If the person has been buried alive, the act should be considered murder, no matter what result follows.
Beaumont. Say, you said that you couldn't understand why he was so interested in us. Do you think he did this?
No, I think it's native work. Native work, exactly. Of course, if you want to, we can go to Beaumont's house first. If I can get my hands on the devil that's responsible for this, I'll make him such an example that every witch doctor in Haiti will be shaken in his sandals.
But we can't do this alone. Can't the authorities help?
Authorities? Neil, my boy, you don't know these islands. The native authorities are afraid to meddle. I'm not. I got friends among the natives. They'll tell me things that no gendarme could ever get out of. Because I'm a preacher, they think I'm a magician. Before we get through with this thing, we may uncover sins that even the devil would be ashamed of. Oh, these witch doctors.
Okay, so first off, we'll just pretend we didn't hear that remark about the natives because Neil is supposed to be our protagonist here. Like, really, Neil? Anyway, one thing I've been wanting to mention is the work of cinematographer Arthur Martinelli in this movie. Aside from all the cool photographic effects, such as Lugosi's eyes appearing in a glass of wine and Neil seeing Madeline in the shadows, if you paid close attention to that scene where Neil goes to visit Dr. Brunner, it was done entirely in one shot, which begins on Neil, then moves to focus on Dr. Brunner. The characters then move around the room, and ultimately the shot ends up right where it began. For me, it's sort of reminiscent of the opening scene of Halloween, and also brings to mind the World War I drama 1917 that came out a few years ago, and how it was shot to make it look like it was 2 long takes. The framing of several shots in this movie is done really creatively too. It may be a low-budget independent horror film from the early days of sound pictures, but it really is a feast for the eyes. And speaking of which, it's really hard to take your eyes off Lugosi whenever he's on screen. The silent era style makeup for his character was a collaborative effort between Lugosi and makeup artist Jack Pierce, who had also created the makeup for Boris Karloff in the film adaptation of Frankenstein the year before. It's said that Lugosi based his performance in this movie on a character he played in his first film in Germany, Slaves of a Foreign Will from 1919, in which he plays a Svengali-like mesmerist. The hand gestures that Lugosi uses throughout the film, and of course featured in the promo material, he later recreated in his final film role as Dr. Erich Voronoff in the Ed Wood classic Bride of the Monster. More about that one another time. Anyway, it looks like Neil doesn't quite understand what he's getting himself into here, but nevertheless, he's determined to save his beloved Madeline. So let's get back to White Zombie right after this.
Madeline. Foolish things. They can't bring back the light to those eyes. I was mad to do this. But if you'd have smiled on me, I'd have done anything for you, given you anything. I thought that beauty alone would satisfy. But the soul is gone. I can't bear those empty, staring eyes. Oh, forgive me, Madeline, forgive me. I can't bear it any longer. I must take you back.
Back to the grave, monsieur?
No. You must put the light back into her eyes and bring laughter to her lips. She must be gay and happy again.
You paint a charming picture, monsieur. One that I should like to see myself.
You must bring her back.
Aren't you a trifle afraid, monsieur? How do you suppose those eyes will regard you when the brain is able to understand?
Better to see hatred in them than that dreadful emptiness.
Perhaps you're right. It would be a pity to destroy such a lovely flower. Let's drink to the future of this flower. A glass of wine?
Silver, bring wine. We have a toast to drink.
To the future, monsieur. Only a pinpoint, monsieur. In a flower. Or perhaps a glass of wine?
What are you trying to do to me?
I have other plans for mademoiselle. I'm afraid you might not agree. I have taken a fancy to you, monsieur.
Silver! Silver!
To the future, monsieur.
Vulture. You. No, not that. Not that.
We ought to be picking up an old witch doctor around here pretty soon. His name is Pierre. I've known him for years. He's a great old fellow. I don't know just where we'll find him. Come, son. There are evil
you and the hunger. And here is one for the ox. Young man, he's sick with fever.
Here, say, wait a minute. We can't afford to have you sick. Neil, why don't you go over there? We got a hard day before us tomorrow. Now then, Pierre, come on. He's gone. You can talk.
It is a dangerous thing you asked me to do.
Oh, well, now listen here. We're old friends, you and me, and I want to go on.
Turn back before it is too late.
No. I've come too far to turn back now.
I'm too old to go all the way with you.
Well, listen. Can't you get somebody to go with us?
My people are afraid of the mountain.
Why?
Because it is called the land of the living dead.
Well, have you ever been there?
I am the only man that ever came from there alive. There is an evil spirit man that is called murder. Come, I will tell you all about what it is.
Vultures. Just as old Pierre said, a cloud of vultures always hovers over the house of the living dead.
Madeline. Is she there?
No.
Oh, I must go and see.
No, Neil, my boy. Please, lie down and rest. Please. You'll feel stronger in the morning. You rest. Let me go up and see what I can do.
Why is she so restless tonight? Perhaps she remembers something. We never remember anything when they are like that. No? Because he's cut off.
Madeline!
Martin. Let's run away. Steve might hear you. No, I can't stand it. I'm going to run away. He'll find you and make you like her.
You brush the zombie's hair. No, it's your turn. You do it. Can't blame either one of them. I wouldn't want to do it. That'd creep me the out too. Well, looks like Beaumont didn't quite get what he bargained for, did he?
I thought that beauty alone would satisfy.
Creep. Although our lead actress here is indeed beautiful. She has that silent film star allure. Madge Bellamy was born in 1899 in Hillsborough, Texas, and was a well-established stage and screen actress by the time she was cast in White Zombie. After her breakout role in the 1922 film adaptation of Lorna Doone, artist Penryn Stanlaw dubbed her the most beautiful girl in America. She was a contract player at Fox Films and starred in many films throughout the 20s, including 2 films directed by John Ford. But she soon earned a reputation for being difficult to work with, had her share of controversy, and was involved in a number of high-profile affairs. She walked out on her contract with Fox in 1929, and her career declined in the 1930s. Bellamy was effectively blacklisted from Hollywood when she was charged with assault with a deadly weapon after a nasty breakup in 1943, but she eventually earned a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 1960, and passed away 30 years later at the age of 90. Fans of the Universal horror cycle will recognize the sets used in White Zombie, especially those used in the Cliffside Castle. They were previously used in both Dracula and Frankenstein. Despite being an independent production, the Halpern brothers managed to utilize a lot of Universal's resources while making this movie. Lucky for them, this also included the casting of Bela Lugosi, who was paid a mere $800 for his work. Even in 1932, that was peanuts for the lead role in a film. In later years, Lugosi would regret accepting such a meager fee, but according to his son Bela Lugosi Jr., he would often speak fondly of his experiences on White Zombie and considered it one of his personal favorite films in which he appeared. And again, what a performance. That stare alone was enough to stop Beaumont's hapless butler dead in his tracks, while the zombie slaves seal his doom. The stage is now set for the fateful finale, so stay tuned for the conclusion of White Zombie.
Can you still hear me? It is unfortunate you are no longer able to speak. I should be interested to hear you describe your symptoms. You see, you are the first man to know what is happening. None of the others did. You refused to shake hands once. I remember. Well, well. We understand each other better now.
Madeline, I found you. You're alive. Alive. What's the matter? It's I, Neil. Oh, my darling. What have they done to you?
Who are you? And what are they?
For you, my friend, they are the angels of death.
Madeline, don't you know me, dear? It's Neil.
I could swear. For a moment she recognized you.
Come on, don't let him get away.
Madeline, my darling.
I dreamed.
Excuse me, please. Have you got a match?
Excuse me, please, have you got the match? Kind of a random thing for a movie like this to have a running gag. And so ends White Zombie. The evil murder Legendre is done in by his own fiendish handiwork, and our young newlyweds live happily ever after. The This film went through several distributors before it was finally purchased by United Artists and released on July 28, 1932. It got poor reviews, and most of the criticism was focused on the melodramatic silent era style acting, which had kind of gone out of style in the wake of sound pictures. But it still made pretty decent money, especially for an independent film of its time. Victor and Edward Halperin followed up this movie with Revolt of the Zombies in 1936, which unfortunately didn't fare quite as well at the box office. It was also supposed to star Bela Lugosi, but he'd apparently had a dispute with the Halperins over his pay. The haunting close-ups of Lugosi's eyes we saw in this movie still found their way into Revolt, however. It's an interesting film though, and I think it's definitely worth a watch. In fact, let me know in the comments if you want to see it on the show. In the years that followed, there would be a handful of other zombie movies, such as I Walked with a Zombie or the early horror comedy King of the Zombies, but most notably, a certain industrial filmmaker based in Pittsburgh named George Romero would go on to change the face of horror forever with his seminal 1968 film, Night of the Living Dead. And again, the rest, as they say, is history. As for White Zombie, it was considered a lost film for many years until it was rediscovered in the 1960s, and of course it became the namesake for the band funded by Rob Zombie in the 80s and 90s. If you're interested in other movies that feature traditional zombies and voodoo, I highly recommend Wes Craven's The Serpent and the Rainbow, released in 1988, stars Bill Pullman and Paul Winfield. It's a great movie, and it's astounding to me that it isn't talked about more. The crazy thing about it, though, is that it's based on a true story. No shit. When discussing Craven's work, I guess it gets lost among the hits like Scream, Last House on the Left, The Hills Have Eyes, and Nightmare on Elm Street, but Craven would probably rather we didn't talk about Deadly Friend. Well, that's all for this episode of B-Film Invasion. Hope you enjoyed it. Of course, if you did, please hit the like button, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, if there's a B movie you think I should check out, post it in the comments below. Until next time, this is Kelton, signing off. Thanks for watching.